accident, so I just started recording again.
Technical difficulty. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I think I hit
Matt's partially bent finger.
All right. Deuces, guys.
Have a good one, Cam.
Bye.
At least it'll be easier to merge the video on this computer than my last one.
Yeah.
So, Nick,
Hi.
I know we went through like 4 or 5 questions with Cam there without you getting to peep in here.
You went rapid fire with Cam. Huh? Did you see that? No rapid fire. Huh? Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you addressed the instant replay one.
Yes.
So now I'll just get into, should athletes and coaches be fined and penalized for criticizing officiating after the game?
So I'm actually pretty in line with Cam's take as well. I think so long as we're not, maybe you could call it obscene language or say like rhetoric detrimental to league reputation, right? You can't just go around cursing out refs. You know, as much as we want to,
Yeah.
and you could potentially be correct, but there, like Cam said, there is a way to go about it. You have to go about it with respect. You are being paid. You represent the league regardless. So, you have to be respectful in that manner. What I will propose, though, if they want to criticize refs about missed calls in particular, you must provide specific examples. And that will be considered either an appeal or a claim to the league. When the league reviews footage, if they're wrong and the correct call was indeed made, they should get additional fines because they're wrong and make them look stupid. However, if they're correct, the league must come out and say that you were correct. Now, you can't give them the win or whatever, but the NBA, NFL, whatever, should be able to come out and admit when they're wrong.
Yep.
It's not hard to do. If you've ever argued with a significant other, sometimes when you're wrong, just say you're wrong, admit it, and move on. You'll be looked at as a better person for it. And it ends arguments a lot faster. Tip of the day. But anywho, I think the other question is if they're held sufficiently accountable for when they make mistakes. Mm-hmm. I believe they are, because it's very performance-based. Referees that have the higher ratings, higher score, whatever, they're the ones that get to ref the big games because they're entrusted with making those kind of flow of game, play it by, I guess, not ear, but eye, They're entrusted with maintaining the game's integrity as it's being played. So that's the biggest job a referee has. So do I think they're held accountable enough? Yes. Do I think they should be docked pay for wrong calls? No. I don't think that's completely fair. Especially when it's a bang-bang play, right? It could go either way. This is the discretion. They have to make a tough decision sometimes. And it could cost a team a game. It is what it is. As long as it's the correct call in that moment, you can't dispute it. That's really my take on it. But yeah, there's always room to make claims that someone did something wrong. Let's look. If they're wrong, then yeah, we'll admit we're wrong. But if you're wrong and you're saying this stuff, well, guess what? It's going to cost you. So don't talk out of your ass if you can't back it up.
Would you rather, specifically for NFL, this has been basically an all football show. Would you rather the ref throw the flag and while the teams are heading back to their huddle to call the next play, would you rather them throw the flag and just take a peek at the monitor, the Jumbotron, before they go into the referee booth, just to see if they have their call right, and then
yeah, that's fine.
And then just say there was no foul?
Well, they kind of do that already, right?
Kind of.
Well, so also a lot of times what you'll see, especially for intentional grounding, what they'll do is they'll convene, because it's the dead ball anyway.
Yeah.
So they'll convene first. They'll say, what did you see? Boom, boom, boom. Then they'll throw the flag. So that kind of does happen already. I think they do that kind of convening more often than throwing the flag first, because it's very difficult to throw a flag, which means you saw something, than to say, oh, I actually didn't see that. I think that's worse.
Yeah.
I would have a dead play, convene, say, hey, I saw this, want to make sure you saw the same thing. Yes, okay, it's a penalty.
So it's got to be in a situation where the ball's dead, basically.
Yeah, I mean, the play's over regardless.
You don't want it to be like a missed face mask call and it's a running clock, and then they're just convening and wasting time.
Right, because they could always go back and say, hey, please reset the game clock to this.
Yeah.
And then it'll start on the snap or whatever. So that's totally fine. I have no problem with that at all. I mean, if it's going to take 37 fucking minutes to call a neutral fucking zone because his tongue is sticking out like and he's over this imaginary
like the
line.
Cars movie.
Yeah, like bro, come on, photo finish or whatever the fuck. But no, I mean at the same time there needs to be that type of discretion for referees because they have a huge responsibility, and I don't mind them convening to make sure it's correct.
What's crazy to me is that the line judge can see the crown of the helmet being just offsides, but even the refs in the backfield or way back in the defense that are watching the receivers run their routes because there's one ref per receiver in football, and we get a play like the Rams-Vikings playoff game where
that dude got decked.
2 seconds before the ball got there.
Yeah.
So that's just like a gap of...
Or like when a line judge throws a flag for an illegal forward pass. Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
Asshole.
Yep, that was that's an inside joke.
Maybe one day we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
It's still a little PTSD.
We got to see Nick's facial expressions when he goes into that story here. So now, being that we've already discharged Cam from the show today,
Pause.
he was he was ejected.
Yeah, he got thrown out for yelling at the refs.
Yeah. We're on our favorite topic or favorite segment here with Nick's rants. What do you got for us today?
So before I begin, viewer discretion is going to be advised here. I feel like I probably should preface that. I mean, I was already cursing before, but
yeah.
I mean, if you're easily triggered, sorry. This one's not really a rant per se. I mean, it is a little bit, but I feel like it's more funny than like angry. So, I was watching TV and sports this week, and I didn't see this on TV live because if I did, I think I would have died. I actually would have broke my face from laughing so hard. So there was a WNBA game that was being played. I believe it was the Valkyries and I think the Mystics or the Dream. I don't know if you know where I'm going with this, but during the game they were playing whatever. A fan decided to throw a dildo on the court.
I didn't see this.
It was a neon green dildo that got flung onto the court. I think someone was shooting a free throw, I think. And all of a sudden you just see a dildo. And they tried to censor it and stuff or whatever. But the reason why this is part of my rant for the week is the person who was assigned to sweep this sex toy. It was a floppy green dildo. The person that was assigned to sweep this away just decided to kick it off the court and was basically laughing as they kicked it off the court. And this comes off of they're trying to get paid more money. They're trying to be a business and all this other stuff. Pay us what you owe us. Dildo. It was highly all kidding aside, it was highly disrespectful. That person actually got arrested for it. So if you don't like the WNBA, I understand. Please don't throw dildos on the court. As much as I hate the Connecticut Sun, I'm not throwing a dildo on the court. I've never held a dildo. Okay? I don't have any intentions of holding a dildo. Okay? It's uncalled for, but when it does happen, it's kind of funny. So, yeah.
What would your reaction have been if you were the one that had to kick it off the court or get it off the court?
I don't even know if I would touch it. I'd be like, I'm not touching that. I don't know where that's been. It's all covered in freaking like sneaker crease dust and germs.
Who knows where it was stored in order to get it in the arena?
Yeah, who knows if it was used? Like I'm not touching that.
They just yanked it out and
Oh,
just threw it onto the court.
Yeah, for real. Like, ugh, smells like a rebuild. I'm not doing that. I'm not. Nah, no thanks. So yeah, as much flack as I give the WNBA sometimes, it was uncalled for, but it was the most hilarious uncalled for thing I've ever seen or heard of in my entire life. Yes, I'm not kidding. It was a real thing. So, you know, we're going to have to now do pat downs for the fucking dildos. You know, God forbid someone brings a weapon. Nope. The green PPs is what we're looking for now. No PPs allowed at the WNBA games.
I wonder how many people, and this is like
Crazy.
a strange comment, but how many people that are just packing, are going to get grabbed during these pat downs here?
We got one. Sir, that's not silicone. Or ma'am, whatever it is, they are, whatever the fuck, who cares? But yeah, that, like I said, not really a rant, but when Cam hears this, I already know that he's gonna facepalm on the plane back from Georgia. The moment he hears a dildo, he's gonna lose his mind.
Just another visual here. Imagine it was one of those suction cup ones that just stuck straight up when it hit the court.
Oh my God!
I would have had to pick it up to get it off.
I don't believe it was. I think it just rolled around like a churro. But dude. Imagine it got stuck to like the top of the backboard. Because the WNBA players can't jump up and grab it. So,
that would have been a whole TV timeout.
So now we actually have to lower the goals. I'm just playing. But yeah.
Now, if he didn't facepalm yet, he definitely just did.
Brittany Griner's the only one that has a chance of reaching it. She can't jump, period. She could beat Boogie Cousins one-on-one, though. Yeah, sure thing there, sweetheart. Keep telling yourself that.
All right.
Sorry, that's my rant for the day.
That was definitely a curveball compared to the normal angry rants that you provide.
There were no... I'm not going to save that one. I'm going to save that one for next time. I think I've said enough.
So, Cam isn't here for this, but we talked about this briefly. It actually might have been a longer segment, maybe 2 months ago already. Shannon Sharp just got fired from ESPN.
Oh, it is official. I did not hear that.
Yep.
I know he was under investigation.
He released a statement, I think, yesterday.
Wow.
And he was like, I wished that, whoever in the media released it would have waited until Monday because he didn't want his brother being inducted into the Hall of Fame today be overshadowed by something with him in the news. And he's very close and cares about his family.
Yeah.
And he just had asked them to do that. So being that it is official, I'm going to miss him personally because I thought he brought a spark to ESPN. Your initial thoughts to his firing?
Hey, man. I hope those cheeks were good. I hope paying for those cheeks was worth it. And...
They reached a settlement.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
And, I think... for him to get fired over a settlement... Because sometimes when... this is business speak here. Sometimes when you settle, you may not necessarily be guilty. You just don't want it to go to a further extent, right? It becomes very expensive, very strenuous, and sometimes it's just not worth the turmoil. But for him to settle and also get fired either tells me one of two things. One, he did something, or there's more to it that we don't know. And two, because ESPN is owned by Disney, which is a major publicly owned company, they simply don't want to deal with it. So I'm leaning more towards the reputation part, and possibly there's more to this than we know. I kind of figured as much. You don't really see a near 60-year-old man messing with a 20-year-old chick if it's not either for money or there's some weird shit going on. A la Puff Daddy, So, Shay, yeah, hope those cheeks were worth it, bro.
And that
was it $25K per cheek or whatever the girl said. Man, I hope it was worth it.
So the crazy turnaround is that I think he offered $10 million in settlement before ESPN requested or put him on like a hiatus.
She said no.
Yeah, correct.
What did they settle for?
That I think
Do we know?
I think it was 25 mil, but I'm not. Let me confirm those numbers now.
Sheesh.
But
Oh my god.
what's crazy is that Shannon Sharp was about to sign like $100 million contract with ESPN,
Yep.
and now he got fired.
Yep. He cost himself his own bag. Messing around with, like, that's what I don't understand. Why are you messing around with, like, this actually might be a second rant here. This might be history. 2 rants in one episode. Now, if you're a man that has money, you know, I know it's commonplace for people to have sugar babies and be whatever, but, like, why would you pay, even if it was $25K a cheek, or what's that, $50,000? Now we're talking $25 million. Why would, and this girl was like an OnlyFans model, right? So you could have saw this bitch for what, like $10 a month? Like, why are you paying $25 million when some other douche can see her for $10? Does that even, like, I know Shannon Sharp is good at football, but clearly he's not good at math. That doesn't even make sense. I'm sorry, that's dumb.
Here's
That's
the
stupid.
angry rant.
I don't mean angry. It's just it's
Yeah.
mind-boggling how wealthy people can be one the most like evil people, and really dumb. That's another thing. Like Bill Gates is like the richest dude in the world. You couldn't sign a prenup? Are you fucking kidding me? You cost yourself $40 billion in that divorce? Are you out of your fucking mind, dude? Yeah, fuck Melinda. Like, yo, you ain't touching my bag. I don't care if you work for me or not. Yeah, she used to work at Microsoft.
So
It doesn't even make sense, these rich people sometimes. They're like, these people are fucked up. That's all I'm going to say. Fucked up.
okay, so this is where I was getting my numbers confused. So the number that was being sought was 50 million from Sharp.
Right.
It doesn't say exactly how much he settled for.
Oh.
I'm not sure exactly the number that he settled for.
So 25.
However,
was kind of just
another $20 million lawsuit is being
settled.
not settled, but Sharp is facing another $20 million
From a
suit.
separate woman or
Correct.
the same woman?
Separate.
That's even worse. So now we're talking about
I think that might have been what
the second lawsuit came
Yeah.
out. Okay. So that makes more sense now. So again, there's more to this than we thought. There you go. Shannon Sharp completely fucked himself over.
Yep.
That's what's crazy. But again, why are
Oh,
you?
it's Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco. That's the lawsuit. So this is even more recent.
Oh boy. Oh.
And Chad Ochocinco was being brought on ESPN
To
as well.
replace him.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And they have a podcast together.
Yep.
This is a rabbit hole right here that we're about to go into. Wow. And I'll say this. Obviously, they are innocent until proven guilty. Right? That's our court system, whatever. But this is not looking good for Shannon Sharp. Let's just say that. And, you know, the victims or potential victims, right? They have every right to come forward and say these things. If they have proof or, you know, whatever, it must be taken seriously. So ESPN did the right thing with damage control. You couldn't, when this second lawsuit came out, you couldn't keep him on any longer.
So this is a Chicago woman named Jimelita Tillman. The suit stems from an interaction Tillman had with R&B singer Usher during one of his recent concerts that went viral on social media.
Oh, actually, I think I know what they're talking about. So they played like a viral clip of that, her doing whatever with Usher at a concert,
Yeah.
like eating a cherry or some shit.
Yeah.
And her husband found out and divorced her
Yeah.
or something. So now she's suing them for putting that clip out
Yeah.
on YouTube to a massive audience. Yeah. Well, that's not Shannon Sharp's fault though. Like, why are you licking cherries from Usher's hand? What are you doing? You're like 55 years old and you're married. I thought it was something
The
different.
claim was I was not married at the time of the fan participation moment during the Usher concert.
How old is that clip?
I don't know.
So you're telling me you weren't married between the time he put it on his shit till now, and now you want $20 million, but you weren't married?
Crazy.
What the fuck are we talking about? How could Shannon Sharp get sued for that? That shit was a public video. Not to mention, it's probably on any other fucking whatever, TikTok, whatever. It went viral. It's not their fault that you're licking cherries out of Usher's hand.
It's
a
like
weirdo.
that astronaut CEO that was at the Coldplay concert with one of his secretaries.
Yeah.
They got caught, exposed, and then went viral.
Yeah, he can't sue Coldplay for that.
No.
Like, what the fuck?
There's a kiss cam. They do it everywhere.
Right. But what are you doing, dog? What are you doing?
And dude could have just played it off. Like, they could have just, done a little quick kiss.
Or just, turn the other way.
Yeah. And they jumped down out of the scene. They're like, oh. And that's why it got viral.
Yeah. And if you notice, CEO, former pro football player, they got this podcast thing going on. Prominent people doing fucked up shit as usual.
People that are in the public eye, too.
For real. Bro, how are you? I don't understand the whole OnlyFans thing with Shannon Sharp. You are a millionaire. You have money. You're in great shape. And you're messing around with girls that could be not even your daughter. Could be your granddaughter. And you're paying more than their subscription fee. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You're
To
out of here.
unconsensually, supposedly. do
Yeah,
stuff.
the allegations she was saying, he was on some Diddy shit.
Yeah?
And he had Cat Williams on his show saying, you gotta tell him no. He didn't even take the warning. He was doing the same shit apparently. I don't know, whatever, man. Oh boy.
All right. Well, that concludes this episode of the Busted Coverage podcast. We are, this is going to be 2 episodes uploading in one day. We've had internet connections all week, or internet failure all week. So now that that's back up and running, I'll have both these episodes up at the same time. So enjoy it at your own leisure. We'll catch you guys back next week with Nick moderating.
Have a good week, guys. Take
Oh,
care.
by the way, we have a request for next week for a fantasy football mock draft.
Can we say who made this request so we can shout them out?
Let's shout them out next week.
Oh, it's mystery.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
That sounds like a good idea.
All right.
Well, what kind of league? We'll figure it out.
Yep. Take it easy, guys. Thank you guys for watching. See you next week.
Later, guys. Take care.